Reflecting on the meaning of what I just read, the word Leshnat comes up a lot. Everyone, I think, has some memories they're prouder of than others, right?
When I set that fire.
He didn't.
The nightmares we most want to wake up from. The good stuff. The pictures in our mind that fade away the fastest.
Thank you, Stanley.
Today I'm supposed to become a man, but I don't feel any different.
Thanks for showing up, Stanley.
Oh no! It's really him!
Oh my god.
Crap! This guy has to go. Hatchet!
You're the
Come
most
on!
prepared. You're the most prepared.
No! Stab him? Oh, they did hatchet him! Holy crap! Thanks for coming
Guess you
through.
could say that was long overdue. Are you all right?
No, I'm not all right. I just fucking killed a guy.
Well,
Plan? I'm gonna go kill it.
you can't go by yourself. You
That's
need
what he wants you to
everybody.
do.
Yeah.
Get killed with me.
He wants you to be a part.
Let's kill this fucking clown.
I love it.
With the bat.
Oh yeah, it's so conveniently open. What's the matter? What's the matter? What's wrong with him? Oh, they're all separated now.
Be good, right?
No, it's not good, sweetheart.
Oh,
They're
back
gonna put
on.
that on his belly.
Ah.
Yeah. His scar is opening. Ew.
Ew,
goodness.
who's
Oh,
there?
the
It's not him.
contortionist.
Ew, in his head! Bro.
No,
No!
don't get murdered.
Kill him. It's gonna be like the thing, and he's gonna crawl around as a freaking head spider.
Ew.
Oh, one of those.
Ew. Oh my god.
Kick the ball. Kick
Bug
the ball.
spray.
Kick the
Oh
ball.
my gosh.
What is
I
that?
don't know.
Run.
Ooh, someone's drooling.
It's his drooling.
Ooh,
His drooling face.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
there
Ew,
it is.
ew,
On his face.
No,
Oh my god.
no, no.
Get the knife. Come on.
Eddie, come on.
Do or die, dude.
Come on.
Your friend's gonna freaking die.
Ew,
Get
come on.
My God, come on.
Come on.
All right, Ben, got it.
All right. Okay. Keep the knife.
God. Oh,
You
See?
can't kill this guy.
You want Richie too? You want Richie too? I don't want Richie too. I don't.
He freaking is in shock. Okay.
Don't give it to him.
Okay. Good.
Oh man. Gray water.
Great water. Oh, now it's really deep in there.
Nice.
goodness.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Don't turn around.
Tell them, like, oh, I just heard him
Don't.
talk.
Oh.
Don't ever just stop. Yeah, keep getting
Yeah,
that. Get out of the water
yeah.
first. Surprise!
I thought I heard something.
You sure did!
Gosh, you did.
It was that lady!
God.
Movie lady.
Don't be
Get a
scared.
weapon.
Please come on. I don't want to walk out of here alone.
Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna walk out on. You're too scared. Do you really
Oh, wow,
want
we
to
have
go
to
in
be
there?
down there?
You don't want to go down there.
He's gonna do
But
it.
you have to do that.
No, he goes right in.
All right. See you down there.
He's just gonna fall in.
Holy crap.
I know.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna get us all killed.
You have to.
Give me that. Give me that.
Don't throw it.
You little turd. Just let me get.
He's gonna throw
He's
it
gonna
from
throw
him.
it.
Married a woman 10 times his own body mass.
Hey.
Irrelevant.
Me, yeah. And braver than you think.
I guess so.
Would you?
No.
Heck no. I wouldn't even be where they are now.
Sorry, we're all dead.
I don't think so.
He comes so prepared with his headlamp.
Boy.
Is there a button in the middle?
That was easy.
Self-destruct.
What is its true form? How about the puppy? Iranian. I'll shut up.
This is the boat that I built with Georgie.
Yeah, and it gave it to him.
Yeah.
This is a page from my yearbook. There's only one
Oh.
person signed. I probably should have forgotten it, Hey, bro, an actual token?
Yeah, man, that's what we were supposed to do, asshole.
Do you have any idea how long that's gonna take to burn?
Yeah, but so is your inhaler, dude.
Guys, come on.
Little toxic fumes.
There they go, back.
Yeah,
Right.
back and forth.
But it's gonna heat up.
That's right.
Oh, wait.
Stanley.
Oh,
That's right. Okay, let's go for it. Oh no. Is that supposed to
Finish,
happen?
finish.
yeah. Darn.
Oh, darkness. He's the light.
Ooh, get the 3 orbs.
Hey, close the bag. Don't!
Crap, the fear's taking over.
They just ruined everything.
Just get that, pop it.
Pop.
Pop.
Oh, his guts everywhere?
Did it right?
No.
Jesus!
Oh, did it work, Mikey?
You all have to
Didn't want
die.
them to know what actually happened to the poor Shakabiwa. Nom 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 nom.
So what's gonna happen to them? Is this what she sees
If they don't
too?
think it's gonna work, it might.
Get
You're
the
gonna
bag,
think it's
get
gonna
the bag
work.
again.
Time to flow.
No!
Don't hurt him.
Don't let
No!
him do it! Don't let him. No! No!
I want them all to survive. Oh no!
Oh, God.
Oh, shit. Can you see us?
Can you see us? He can see you. Hold on tight.
No!
Oh,
You're gonna go into scary.
Scary.
No, that's what they did last time.
oh. Yeah.
Do the very scary.
All of them are bad. Ew, it's a bottom half.
River dance.
Don't fall into it. Oh, God,
it's a
evil
killer
dog.
bomb.
That's what you said. You wanted that to be it.
He's gonna eat you alive.
It happened because of me, Georgie, me.
No, don't listen.
No.
Gross.
Oh,
Oh my God,
Lights
just see
are gonna
that.
come
nails gonna
Eyes
pop
open.
up.
Oh, that's freaky.
Just like Lois Lane.
Ew.
Here's Johnny.
No, it's not real, guys.
You guys.
I got you.
Your hair is winter fire.
Oh.
January embers.
Come on.
Boy, come on, you can do it.
Come on, please. Something nice. All right, good. Come on, I want something nice.
Yes.
Hey.
She forgot.
Well, that's right, because they forgot their stuff. That's why.
It does not make it our fault.
That's right.
Good.
Dead.
Oh my goodness.
God.
Mike,
Be careful! Oh
Oh, jeez.
I know what you are.
no! Yeah.
Face. Let's dance. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Oh no! Look in the light! Oh no!
no, don't look at him.
No,
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 no.
Crap! Back of his head. Oh crap!
God
Oh crap! He's
almighty.
bleeding.
Yes, poke his belly.
Beep, beep, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right.
Holy shit. I think I killed it.
Don't
Oh,
trust
don't
him.
say
You
that.
did not.
I'm
He's
scared.
gonna die. He's gonna die. He's gonna get him.
No!
No.
No! No! Can't do it. Oh no! Oh, he's gonna
Pin him
kill him.
around.
Oh no!
There's no way.
Be careful, be careful.
My hands are on his throat. I feel him choking.
Oh,
I made him small.
I made him small.
All living things must abide by the laws of the shape they inhabit.
Guys.
I mean, if he has to go by the laws of whatever form he takes, he was a clown and he got shot in the head once, he got stabbed in the
I
head
know.
as
So
a
he
human
has
clown.
spears
So.
now.
I fucked your mother.
He's got a joke all the time. Insult them.
Make him believe that he is.
What?
Make it believe that he is.
Oh, me.
Tiny little man.
It's working.
Get him in that little
Ooh,
thing.
the painting. And don't hesitate once he's small enough.
That's right. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna get you.
I don't trust you.
Mike is gonna lose it.
No, I don't trust
Don't.
you. Yeah.
Don't be scared.
Whoa.
Freeze it.
Don't let him laugh. Kill him.
Don't let him laugh.
Yes.
You're a clown.
Yeah. The light fade. Please. Eater of worlds. Ugh.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
Same time in 27 years.
Eddie.
He's gone.
Listen.
He's gone.
He's gone, you can tell.
He's gone.
He's all right. No, he's just hurt. We got to get him out of here. He's hurt. Ben.
Honey, he speared
He's
his
okay.
chest.
We got to get him out of here. Ben.
We can still help him, guys. We can still help him.
I know. I'd want to pull him out too, but you have no time.
No, you don't have any time. Okay.
Or the whole area.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
there
not
you
just
go.
here.
It's going to go, yes.
Yeah. Now they just gotta survive this
Whoa.
whole thing.
Wow.
Holy crap. How do you explain this?
Whoa.
And the flowers are back.
Yeah.
Oh, they went at night, so poor neighbors.
Tell the neighbors. Yeah.
Neighbors like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, God.
So we're getting sucked in.
Whoa.
We're gonna do it anyways. For old time's sake. At the end, ow! I broke it. That's why they put that there now.
You know what? Eddie would have hated this, guys.
I don't have my glasses on, so I don't know who you people are, but thank you. I legit can't find my glasses.
That's a fun scene. Aww. Very good.
Yeah, that's good.
Hey guys,
It's gone.
look.
Oh, reflection of everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
That's right.
Oh, we changed the ending.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you think we're not forgetting? Like, like last time?
Maybe because it's dead. I think it's time I saw the sky for a change.
Yeah.
Go get it, Mikey. Oh, did you get the letter?
Oh, Stan's.
Just read it.
You're probably wondering why I did what I did. It's because I knew I was too scared to go back. I lived my whole life afraid. Afraid of what would come next.
You sleep okay?
Yeah.
With a nice big puppy.
Follow your own path.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Wherever that takes you.
An oath.
And don't ever forget, we're losers.
I mean it in such a positive way. I love it.
That's right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was a very good ending.
Yeah, well, that's-
Yeah, I liked it with Richie when he was finishing the carving. It said R plus E. So did he love Eddie? I was wondering.
You know, now that you mention it, and maybe it was that obvious.
I was like, who's E? And it had to be. I mean, he really took his death hard. I mean, I knew
Yes,
they
he
were
did,
finally.
yeah.
They were always, bantering back and forth, but they were.
He might have
Well,
secretly
maybe,
loved
yeah,
him.
Maybe he did.
He might have, because he
Right,
really did
right, right.
care. I know he really does love Eddie as a friend,
Yeah.
and at that end, like, he took it harder than anyone else. So that could be a thing. I kind of thought, I didn't know what the cousin's name was, Henry's cousin. I forgot, but I was thinking that could have been him.
That's
and
what
he
I
was
thought
carving-
initially, but I'm like, well, maybe after that instance, he started, falling for Eddie.
Yeah. I mean, that could have been a thing. So I kind of wonder if Henry's cousin's name began with an E,
Yeah.
and he originally was carving in that, but because of what happened to him as a kid, you know, he hid his true self from people. So him going back to this area to recarve it in, it's almost like it has a double meaning where he's accepting who he is.
Yes.
And E, I think maybe you're right,
Right.
where he's now like kind of respecting, maybe he did love Eddie in that way, and that's why he's carving in that initial
And
as
that's
well.
probably why all the sex jokes, you know, trying to say, you know, how manly he is to cover up what is true,
possibility,
you know,
yeah.
you know, who he really, who truly loved, you know.
Yeah, he was trying to act like that he
What his
likes
preference,
females,
yeah.
you know, because he just
Mhm.
kept talking
Yeah.
about female private parts all the time.
Exactly.
Right, yes.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
this. What did you think? First of all, what did you think of this movie?
Wow, it's something else, I'll tell you.
Did you like it?
Yes, I liked it.
Well, you know, to
Oh,
get
my
back
gosh.
there 27 years later,
Oh, my gosh.
and to have things, you know, happen like they did, it's just amazing that they actually, you know, because as a kid, you make a promise, you're going to keep it, you know, kind of sort of with a pact, but, you know, as an adult, you don't know if they would have kept that same promise, and it's amazing that all
right.
of them, you know, and Stanley really took it. I mean,
He
they all
sure
took it
did,
so
my God,
seriously enough
yeah.
to die because he knew if he went there, he wasn't going to be the complete, you know, team that they needed. So he took himself
It was
out
so
of the equation.
heartbreaking.
So hard.
Yeah, but they
was-
took it all seriously.
Oh, that's
I was happy to
right.
see the main group come back and having them 27 years older. I mean, the casting, first of all, was incredible. I thought they were
Wasn't it?
really, really well done.
Yes.
Facial features looked very similar to their youth, you know,
Oh,
so I could
yeah.
totally believe that they were
Richie's
the
was,
adults.
Yes.
Yeah, and even Ben, I
Eddie.
mean, I know he changed so much as an adult, but you can see it in his face and like right
Oh,
here in his
yes.
eyes
Yeah.
and his like cheekbones when he smiles. And I think that was so well done.
Eddie's was
Yes,
great.
it's good, Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My gosh.
And
yes.
I really truly love these characters. I mean, I enjoyed them as kids, and here, like seeing them as adults, it was just a whole nother level. And I enjoy seeing how they are now and how they were back then, and having these extra scenes that we didn't see in the first movie to correspond
that,
with how
yes.
things are now, and how truly good friends they were. And things do happen where you grow apart, you know, life happens, jobs, when you move away, you get married, you know, things really change and you don't see people as much. And it is a really sad thing. So many of us go through that. And here it had another level of when they moved away, they started forgetting.
That's right.
That's
So
right.
they didn't
And the
remember a
father-
lot of that
Oh,
happened.
definitely.
Dear Warren Appleby. Ah.
Oh,
Yeah, and it was just, I think it was well done that way, because I was kind of thinking it was going to be fun in a scary way, but I also kind of thought it was going to be a repeat of the first movie. And even though the premise was like that, it had its own twist, like multiple twists, with them not remembering and having to remember with each other. It was about keeping them together, which
Yes,
I enjoy.
right. And some of them
Right.
remembered some moments where others didn't remember the same moment.
for sure.
So that was really cool too. They slowly got to remember everything.
And boy,
Yeah.
Bev's husband he was really controlling with her.
Yeah,
well,
he
you
was.
know,
Oh, just like her
unfortunately, you know, exactly. You know,
it's horrible.
I didn't think he was going to be like that, but then all of a sudden he turned
All of a
like
sudden,
on a
sure
dime.
did, yeah.
And you know, unfortunately, you know, she just probably was insecure, whatever the reason. She just had a
It's good that she got away when she did.
yeah. It's
You
almost
know,
like
it's-
Eddie
yeah.
marrying someone that's just so similar to his mom. You
That's
know,
for sure. My
It's-
Yeah,
that's
and
really, yeah.
you don't, you know, go too far away from what you're used to.
Yeah, and to see
yeah.
her husband like that was really
That was
devastating to
horrible.
see,
That's
but it
horrible,
makes
yes.
sense because I hear stories on how
Mm-hmm.
if you're brought up in a very terrible way like that, and she was abused and sexually assaulted by her own freaking father,
Yes,
you know, that
horrible.
becomes kind of like a normal figure in your life.
Right.
And even though she knew it was wrong, it wasn't her fault. So, you know, being with someone like that kind of just, it's almost, I guess, like a security blanket. Like, I don't even know if that's what you would call it, but it's sad to see that. So I really thought she was going to be with Bill. And again, him or them both moving away from Derry, like that changed them, made them forget. And I do love, I mean, in the first movie, I love Bill and Bev together. I thought that was cute, but I was always rooting for her and Ben to get together.
I was
so I'm
too.
glad that
I
came
was
around
too.
again.
I'm very happy. And
Me
Ben
too.
loved her all along.
He sure
He
did,
kept
yeah.
that page in his wallet
Oh,
for
yes,
27
yeah.
years. He worked out like
That's right,
crazy
yes,
to
he
because he
did.
was always had that, you know, the teasing of, you know, his weight problem.
Oh, I see.
And he always works so hard since then to, you know, avoid that stigma, but you know, it brought it out, and you know, it brought out the worst in everyone, you know, and it,
Yes.
you know, it was sad to see what he's been working on so hard, you know, it can just bring it right back to you, and you just feel so insecure.
Yeah. I mean, it really
Yeah.
knew how to manipulate people, and to be that powerful. First of all, he's been around for millions of years,
Oh, my
and
gosh.
he knows like what's going to happen in the future. He reads people so intimately where it's terrifying. I mean, he knows your name, he knows what scares you, and he just can mess with your mind so much that even if you do survive him, it'll totally screw you up.
Sure.
You know, I don't know
Yes,
how
it
you would
does.
get over that. And thank goodness this group of friends have each other to cope, you know, and be stronger
Exactly.
together.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Bev was great. She's always the glue, you know.
Yes,
She always
yeah.
pulls everyone together,
That's
and
yeah.
I think actually not just her, but I think a lot of them too. They all had
all
their
did,
key
yes.
moments to bring them
They
together.
did,
Because even
yes.
Mike,
And Mike
he
really
started
stepped
it.
up. He was
Yes, he
like
did.
where Ben left off with. You know, he was
right, yeah.
researching. He stayed there. He kept reading up and, you know, preparing for these 27 years later.
Good for him.
And, you know, he knew what to do.
Yeah, and he always felt like the outsider last time.
Right.
So to see him all of them so
Involved,
close
yes.
together, or you know they had such a strong bond after the first movie, and here he took it upon himself to do all of that. He stayed in the town, so he didn't forget anything. So he really just stayed focused on it, and to bring them all together like that. And then I like seeing the different people individually and then in pairs, how they also had the heart. It wasn't just one person, so it was just very nice to see all of them working hard together and the struggles that they had as well. I mean, Stanley killing himself, I mean, I did not expect
That
someone to
was
die
sad,
right
yes,
away.
Me too. Oh, my
Me
God,
neither,
it's
not at all. I didn't think you knew that he wasn't going to want to go. I thought, if anything, he was going to try to avoid it at all costs, and someone was going to try to go get him. That was going to be a part of a thing, you know, to try to lure him back. You know, we have to do this together.
Well, now he did avoid it because he.
Well, he
killed
did,
himself.
yes, but I
Yeah.
thought it was going to be a different thing,
Yeah.
where one of them was going to try to get him.
Yeah.
Terrible.
And
Yeah, so sad.
Then Eddie
Yeah.
also dying. I mean, it makes it
Yeah.
more realistic, you know, like not everyone's going to survive. You have to have those losses to really feel it. I am sad. I mean, I don't want anyone to die there anyways. I like all the characters, but, you know, it's still terrible. I mean, I feel so bad for those two characters. And Eddie, until the end, I mean, heck, he got freaking stabbed in the face.
My
And I
God,
thought that
that-
was
Oh
it with
my
Henry still in
God.
the
That
freaking
was way
picture.
bad, I said,
And I even-
way bad.
And I even
It
felt
was
bad for
fun.
Henry. I mean, being in the institution and then just being, you know, possessed by Pennywise to get out of
Yes,
there, and he
definitely.
did.
Yeah.
And to
he
finish
sure
what
did.
he was supposed to, kill them
Yeah.
all, which makes so much sense, because that's what he heard at the television.
And that's what he kept
When his
saying,
father,
too. Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm glad you brought that up, too, because Henry was a terrible person. He was a bad kid, but you have to see, not to make excuses for his crimes, the bad things he's done to people, but, you know, look at his past. Look at how abusive his father was. And
father
we only
was
saw
abusive,
part of it.
so-
He's freaking shooting a gun at his feet. Like,
Right.
what else does he do?
Something
In front of his friends,
Yeah, what did
now,
he do
of course
behind
he's going to
closed
be,
doors?
you know,
Yeah.
like that, yeah.
Yeah, and then he gets possessed
course,
by this
but-
demonic
Yes.
creature, whatever he may be.
Right.
And his whole life is ruined because of it.
Yeah, and he
definitely.
doesn't know that, you know, it's taking over your mind. That's your fear, but he was
That's right,
so excited to see the red balloon and to,
Oh, that's right.
you know. But his mental status isn't clear, so you know he
and was that
knows
because
he
it
has
hit?
to kill them all. You know, he's so possessed.
Yeah, because
Oh my
immediately
gosh.
saw the red balloon, and you know, so that's also an interesting thing that it not only can. I mean, there's multiple things he can do that's not understood. I mean, he feeds off your fear. He knows your fear. He knows everything you're thinking, even futuristic stuff, and then he can possess people. It's not just like, and not only your fear, but like it actually completely takes over your reality. Like, holy crap, what a power to possess.
And I loved how they killed him, where they made him feel small, and he was small. And he even said to his own demise, really, I craved you. I missed you. He was dying to get them back there. And so that is, you're putting yourself out there too. He's making himself vulnerable. I craved you, like out of everyone else.
I missed you.
He was really, he really wanted them. And he got them.
Bill going into all those mirrors and stuff, and that little boy in there.
Oh, I know. The
really
little boy
scary,
tried to save.
That shocked me.
About that.
No, I mean, you're still wondering?
If he really did kill the little boy.
I know.
I'm thinking at this point he did.
I think he did too. Because it was in their. He was living in their old house, but it was kind of weird because he did get out of that fun house. Like we just saw another scene where Bill got out of it, but. I'm thinking he's a goner.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, because we saw Bill get out of it, but we saw the guy get, like, the little kid exploded in bloody flesh mess. Ew.
Yes.
Now, sometimes we did see illusions that if you chanted to yourself that it wasn't real, sometimes it wasn't, but other times, just depending on how scared you were, I guess, like you'd still open your eyes and Pennywise would be there. Like say with Eddie with his mom, when she was tied to that chair behind that, like in the basement, and that nasty like curtain drawn, and she's tied to that table. And then the zombie person comes out and then starts Frenching her, which was freaking disgusting. But she wasn't really there.
Yeah.
So I was kind of thinking with Bill that maybe, he was seeing this, he was being fed this information that wasn't really there. So I'm like, maybe that kid wasn't there. But I'm thinking at this point that he was, which I don't want anyone to die, especially innocent little kid, but it makes it more surprising, more of a shock factor. So in this case, like, I don't hope for it. I don't know how to say it, but it would make more sense to me that he did actually die there.
Because saw the blood too, but still not going to be.
But still, you don't know, like of other visions you see, but other times it does actually happen. So that was the perfect way for Pennywise to make Bill get really peeved off enough to go on his own, because it was all about separating the group. And every time they came together, Pennywise, especially at the end, really got scared to the point where he shriveled up. So I like that scene where you just see him get smaller and smaller and weaker, and then pulling the heart out. Who did that? Was it Richie, I think? Or was it...
I think Mike
Mike. Oh, yeah, maybe Mike did it. Yeah. But whoever, like, pulled out the heart, and you just see Pennywise, like, clinging and trying to grab it, like, oh, no. Like, that was his only moment of, like, weakness and fear.
And it almost looked like he was joking, like...
You never know.
You don't know, but I know he wasn't now, but it almost looked like he was fake, crying. But I was like, oh, no, now what does he have up his hand? Or what hand? But up his sleeve. But he took out the heart. I mean, Mike was phenomenal with that. I mean...
Oh, that's for sure, yes.
That is incredible, too. And for all of them to hold this heart and just to squeeze it and just, take the life out of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was nasty, but it had to be done that way.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
You got to finish on
and
a nasty
then
note.
after everything, they still have to get out of there.
That's right.
That was crazy.
They had to leave Eddie. I felt so bad they had to leave his body there. If anything, he gets buried with this monstrous... murderous being of some kind. And I want to mention too, because in the first movie I mentioned, I heard from fans that maybe from the book Pennywise was an alien. I don't think they really specified that in this. Like, you can just assume that, but he's some mysterious being that's been on Earth for millions of years. Pennywise did say, I'm the eater of worlds or something. So eater of worlds. So it sounds like he has been around in different planets before. So I am still assuming he is an alien. But I do still love, even though there were a lot of like crazy monstrous images in her face, like different, like a old lady that was naked and all distorted and super long, and
even the creatures that were in the restaurant table right from the start.
Yeah, so even though we're seeing like all these creatures that are more like monsters, I mean, I know they're like realistic illusions or whatnot that can actually kill you if you really believe it, but here you have this. So we have all that in our face, but there's still so much mystery behind Pennywise that it makes it a lot better, where you can still kind of make up your own your own idea on why he is, how he came to be. There's just so much more you need to know. Like, I still have so many more questions, but it makes it better, because if you have too much, sometimes it becomes cheesy. So not fully knowing, seeing where he hibernates, and it's like lethal and just scary. You get all the spikes that you can impale yourself on, and everything floating. He's always talking about floating.
Yes.
How his main form is a clown, because so many people, I guess, were scared of clowns.
That's right.
Is there more out there like him too?
I know, you don't know.
Right.
Maybe the next one will be a little puppy.
Yeah, a little palm.
Yeah, they saw it before. That was, oh my God, those dogs are so cute. But that was really
My
funny.
friend has like 4 or 5. My friend Tommy has like 4 or 5.
God.
They're just so adorable.
They are. I love dogs. I love cats. And I'm like a big dog person, but I still think some little dogs are very freaking cute, especially that.
Yes.
I like how they brought back a few things from the first movie back into this one, like the doors. What door do you choose? And that's so scary. Very scary. And it doesn't matter. He's just messing with your head the whole time, depending on what you're feeling, I guess, when you go through the door. It feeds off whatever
Right,
fear.
because the first time, I forget who the kids were that had to choose, but
Mike was, or not
Not
Mike,
So Scary
Mike
was the
Stranger
one they
Things.
chose, and that was the bad
Yes,
choice,
yes.
and Very Scary was the better choice. So.
Yeah, Richie was definitely one. Maybe it was both of them again. But the first door that they opened that was not so scary was that girl, and she was only half a person, which was the upper half, and this time it was her legs.
That's what's her bottom half.
So not only is it that, but Pennywise like remembers this stuff. So it could be their own fear thinking that, but I think it's Pennywise just messing with them.
Yeah.
So he's very scary, and he's a great weapon because he remembers all these things. He's very intelligent. Wow.
He is, and I like how it was quick to get everyone back there. Some people on their cell phones, it said Dairy Mean, and some of them said Mike. So it seems like some people were closer or to him than not. I don't think they contacted him at all through the 27 years, but just to have all the phone numbers and to respond to him. Like, some of the kids could have said, hell no, I know what that means. But that was perfect that they didn't remember so much. So that's why they...
Yeah, and even, because I didn't always pay attention to what ID was on their phone, but that's kind of neat that you were looking at that.
Yeah,
and I would think it does show the personality a little bit, because, again, they forgot, but at the same time, when they left, they probably already had it in their phones. But this was how long ago, so they didn't have smartphones until a lot later. So that would make sense where they remembered enough to put in Derby, or maybe they just wanted to stay distant to it, where it was a pact, but they didn't want to make it personal, so they just put Derby, or I keep saying Dairy. They kept putting Dairy on it, just so they didn't have to associate it as a friend thing.
Everyone knows a million Mikes, so if you just
That's
you could put Mike of Dairy.
Mike Hamlin's last name, But I kind of wonder if they just, even though it was a pact, they just didn't want to personalize it because it was too scary of a thing.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like in the back of their minds.
I mean, we all have to remember this. They were kids when this happened.
And to be that, and that's also a good thing I wanted to mention too. I understand pacts are important, and when you're kids, I'm sorry to smile, because certain pacts, like, some can be positive, and some it's like, you grow out of it when you get older, and you're not going to risk your life over a pact. So I'm glad it wasn't just, we fought this alien monster creature before, we're gonna do it again, we're good as a group, yeah, like just going on in and fighting this thing. I'm glad there was more involved. Like, they were scared, they had lives, they were away from that danger, they forgot, they're remembering slowly together, like relearning things, and remembering these good memories. But then they're like, oh crap, like, if we, there's a magic behind this, or some kind of curse behind this, where our pact was actually bonded with this freaking creature. Someone saw the deadlight, or Bev saw the deadlight, and so there's all these little connections that bring everyone together, where they have no choice but to do this, or they're all gonna die. So it made a better motive, where it wasn't like cheesy or loose, where they're like, we're just going on pure, devotion to our pact from 27 years ago when we were kids, and we fought this monster, and which is a brave thing, but it makes more sense to do it this way.
They all had their own lives. They were all, very successful in their own right, and to get up and leave like that because of this connection, that was huge.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, their lives were at stake, and to
sure.
go through
Oh my
all of that
gosh.
together, I loved it. I mean, I enjoyed all the characters. Do you have a favorite character? I always like to throw that in because we do get those questions a lot.
I like Bev.
Bev.
I like Bev. I like
Ben and Mike. Mike really.
Yeah,
he
definitely Mike.
he was just really shown so much love for this story and to kill this thing because he loved Derry. He didn't want to leave. I mean, he just stayed there.
Sure.
So, but Ben was really.
Ben, I really liked in the first one. I want to say Ben. I mean, I like Bev too, but I want to say Ben.
Yes.
And I do like Bill. I like Bill in the first one. He was like the main focus, main drive for what happened with
That's right,
Georgie.
definitely,
But I have to say I love James McAvoy in this. And I mean, there's so much great acting anyways in this. Like all the cast was wonderful. But, you know, we have a special thing with him with X-Men and a few other things we've seen him in.
Absolutely.
And I think he did a really good job with Bill. So I really enjoyed his character even more in this movie. But I want to say Ben is still my favorite. But Eddie, like, I really just loved him. He just cracked me up all the time with his nervous belly, like spewing of scared of bacteria and like.
Oh my god!
But then he was like a fresh kid too. I love that where he's not just a nervous Nelly and like only scared. He also messes with Mike, who was the loudmouth of the group, and they were like such like crazy kids, like always kicking each other and hitting each other. And I just love that where he wasn't like, and he wasn't like, oh bacteria, I'm scared of you and me. You know, he was like, F you. He was like kind of annoying. So just almost like an equal loudmouth.
Oh yeah. Do you mean Bill? I mean not Bill. Do you mean
Richie?
Richie.
Oh, did I say Bill?
Yeah, you said Mike.
You know, I keep saying Mike, and I apologize,
I was saying
guys,
Mike. I was calling Eddie Mike too.
Sorry, because I'm thinking Stranger Things, so I keep going back to Mike. I'm sorry. So if you guys get confused if I say Mike, I do like actual Mike's character too.
Yes.
But I thought he was really awesome. But I'm talking about Richie, yeah. So I keep saying
Richie
Mike.
was,
There's two Mikes in this movie.
Richie and Eddie were just...
Richie and Eddie.
Richie and Eddie, they were very annoying together, but it makes sense at the end why Richie was like that.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Yes, yeah. And I just love how... Because Richie was the loudmouth, and not Mike if I said that, but Richie was the loudmouth that... you know, just... It was just fun to see Eddie... have that same level.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
He went right back at him. He was like tired of it.
Boisterous, I guess. Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot.
Yes.
Very good.
Rest in peace, Eddie.
I know, I was in denial for a while. Okay, another thing I wanted to say as well is I started like... I was going to denial when characters you really like die. And I was like, okay, well, maybe this is how I just went off, you know, crazy on this theory. But I was like, well, maybe this will be like Jumanji, and when they actually kill it, they'll reset back to their childhood where they're all alive again. But they'll kind of remember certain things, and then they'll like change their lives for the better. But in a way, I am happy it didn't end that way, because when you reset, I get sad that you almost didn't learn from your experience because you didn't really remember all the main stuff that happened. And
no, I'm glad this ending happened like it did, because you know, it was alive. It was there for millions of years, many years, and it was good to have this ending of, you know, it was a ritual with people that have been through trying to kill it.
Yeah, it's like an ongoing thing. It wasn't just them
a deeper
discovering
thing instead of kids just killing it, you know, and being done with it. It makes sense that it would be still alive, waiting.
Yeah, and I'm happy, which I didn't think it was going to be easy anyways, but when they did the ritual, and God, trust goes a long way, because for them to really believe this, because they have no other choice, but they're just believe each other from their experiences to be like, yeah, this is what we got to do. You know, I am glad the ritual didn't work at first, although I was scared, because here, like, you have other people doing this after so many thousands. I mean, I know he's been around for millions of years, but humans being around and experiencing this and learning and trying to fight this thing. You know, I'm glad they didn't say, hey, you know, I kind of had a vision and know exactly what to do. So after all these like eons or thousands of years of, you know, these cultures trying to attack this creature, we're just going to know it right away because we had those visions. So I'm glad it wasn't like very simple and professional, like they were really good at it. And then they had to learn and figure it out their own way. So I'm glad it was a bit complicated for them, unfortunately. But yeah, good story.
Very good. I'm glad I'm glad Bev never told the guys how they're going to die. I'm glad that wasn't a thing either.
Yeah.
I know, because I went back and forth, because I'm like, can you tell me how? But then if I heard that, will that make it happen? I mean, with Stanley, she saw that happening. I think he would have done it anyways. I don't know. But sometimes I feel like knowing something is going to actually, make it happen. So.
Right. Like when Richie saw the flyer of, oh, yeah, I'm going to die, seeing, you're going to die. There was some kind of flyer he got after the Paul Bunyan thing.
You mean from the first movie?
No, from this one
movie?
when he was in the park. And there was a flyer. It says something about him dying or something. I was like, oh. So then he freaked out. And that's what she probably didn't want the guys to know what their demise was, so she just left it alone.
Yeah, because then they get paranoid.
Yeah.
Yes, and we saw Stephen King, too, as a story.
That was great.
That's right.
That was fun.
That was good.
And I know it's not the same. You can't compare, but I'm going to say anyways, because we watch a lot of Marvel, and we used to see, like, Stanley all the time, so I just kind of had that feeling of, like, yay, surprise role.
Yes.
So,
yes.
That
And
was
I loved how they were
fantastic.
talking, he was writer to writer, and they're saying, I didn't like your ending, and no, you don't have to sign my book.
That was really funny.
That was good.
And I'm glad he wasn't like it or anything. He was just a person. And
he was just a
shop.
regular guy.
Yeah, and then Bill got his bike back. That was fun.
He got $300 for it.
Yeah.
I know. I love how he kept saying, oh, you can afford it. I wonder if like Stephen King got that a lot or something, because he just kept saying it.
Probably
Like,
hears that a lot.
That probably does.
you're a famous author. You can afford it. You can, don't just assume you don't know what I'm going through. I have a lot of debt or something. I don't know, but it is funny. But please let us know what you thought of this film. Thank you guys so much for requesting this and voting for it.
Yes, thank you. Yeah,
Definitely a lot of fun. And for a horror movie, again, horror's not my favorite, but when I'm watching it with you two, like, it's different and it's a lot of fun because I know we're going in blind and we get invested and we all freak out, and it's just a lot more fun that way. And this is rated R. I really enjoy the scares in this. They did have some jump scares.
Yes,
I don't always like jump scares because I just don't like people like going quiet and then just screaming in my face. That's the only thing that you have like throughout the whole thing. Like that just like drives me nuts. But when you have something good in the story where you had some jump scares, like this one was well done in how they did it, and it wasn't like too excessive. And other times it was just creepy as heck. And I just like how a lot of the details are just so like well lit and just insanely in our face. And it's so scary.
And the suspense. I love the suspense. You know, like with the balloon with Henry under the bed, you know.
I know. I mean, it was almost funny. It's going to pop at some point.
Give me a needle and I'll pop it.
You're so funny. I love it. Yeah, you need your pen. Point. You got your earrings in. But yeah, I mean, I do like the humor there too, because you're just like waiting for something bad to happen.
That's for sure.
And then Stanley was in the ice box, and he comes out. You know,
that was messed up. And like that was like the thing.
That was really,
with the spider legs coming out of him. Yeah, it was really in her face and very freaky. And the same thing with it, with his motions, when he would just go still and his crazy eyes would separate, and then he'd go and just like shake all crazy and come at you.
And the darn tongues too. They were making me almost.
I know that was supposed to be nasty. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty. Hopefully not on the tongue.
God.
But I did make a joke during the reaction where, I mean, it's freaky as heck to see that, but, you know, he's such a weird guy, like, creature that, you know, and Pennywise is walking away as the old lady when Beverly went back to her old house, and she goes, and way in the background, she goes, hey, and then runs.
I know.
I'm like, look who has the zoomies. Because zoomies, that's what they call, I see it on TikTok, where zoomies is like for any animal that gets like really happy and crazy and runs around.
Oh, yeah.
You know, usually cats and dogs, other animals do it too, but I see a lot of cat and dog videos. So I was just making a joke about that. I thought that was hilarious.
And you did say, I saw her. Then she looked like she was naked running back.
Right.
Yeah, she was. And then she turned into a big naked monster lady.
That's right.
Yeah, I know. Just like all weird, like, okay.
Yeah.
It is a horror film, so anything can happen, right? Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're well.
Oh, yes.
Thanks for watching along with us.
Yes.
And we'll see you very soon,
Happy
as
holidays.
always.
Merry Christmas.
Bye, guys.
Bye.